Welcome to this edition of Open-SCAD by DIY3DTech.com. In this episode I want to take a quick look at this. It's a pipe bracket that I designed. I've been wanting to do this for a little bit, and I've set this up to be parametric and also as a Thingiverse thing, so we'll talk about that in a minute. There's not a lot too exciting about this except for maybe these zip strip pieces. And again, just before I get there, I will have this code out on the website, OpenSCAD.DIY3DTech.com. If you want to get it, the link will also be below in the video. However, one of the things I did want to talk about are these zip strips. I think this is a neat design feature in this. And what I'm doing is I've set up a module down here called zip strip. And it's actually quite simple. I just create a larger cylinder and then I difference out the center of the cylinder to create this band you see over here. And the idea is what I can do is now take a zip strip or cable tie and run it around the inside of the race here and use this to cinch it to the pipe. So I think a rather interesting design and something that kind of wanted to share with you guys. Again, it's just simply up here calling the module. I'll find it. I've highlighted this so you guys can see the difference as it comes out and how it works. And again, you print this with no supports, because if you print this with supports, what will happen is this will clog up the holes, because obviously you can't clear out the supports. Now, for the size of a zip strip, it's not going to be an issue. It can easily bridge that distance, and actually this has come out pretty nice. So just want to kind of take a quick moment and also share with you guys. So I have this out on Thingiverse as a customizer, so you can load it up, and if we look at it, if we open it in Customizer, you'll see that we have all the parametric settings over here, and I'm a fan of utilizing sliders. So I've got this all set up so you can come out here and create your own, or you can steal the Open-SCAD code from the site and modify it yourself. So now what I'd like to do is let's jump over to the bench. I've actually printed this out in HIPs, and this is kind of actually my first foray in HIPs, and so kind of want to take a look at, see what it looks like, and share that with you guys. So let's head over to the bench, folks. Welcome back to Open-SCAD by DIY3DTech.com. So we printed these out now. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do a time lapse of these printing because I printed them on the DaVinci, and it's not quite camera friendly. However, it was good that it was printed in a kind of a sealed printer configuration. I think that does better. I'll talk about that in a minute. However, through the magic of video, as I go like this, you'll see what it looks like on the bed. So again, it came out very well. Now, back to kind of talking about this a little bit. I printed this. I had to go up to 110C on the bed. I did get a little bit of warping on this back edge, and as you saw from the print of it being on the bed, this was at the very back of the bed, and so on kind of the cooler part, the pieces in more so towards the center were pretty good. I printed this on PEI substrate, so came out really good. Knock on wood, held good too. Printed the filament at about 245C. Got real good adhesion. I know I had done some homework on the internet, and some folks were mentioning that they were, they were having some issues with layer adhesion at lower temperatures, but when they got up to, in the 240 region, things seemed to be good, and the same with the bed temperature. So 110 degrees on the bed, 245C on the hot end seemed to be the real trick for this. Printed with no supports, even with the, you might remember the zip strip holes, and you can kind of see I got a zip strip actually in one of them down here. It came out pretty good. So all in all, I'm very happy with this. Very lightweight too, seems to be very durable. I haven't done any type of really destructive testing, but it really seems very well put together, kind of printed a bit more like PETG or TPU than ABS or PLA. The layers are very fine. I printed this at a 0.3 layer height, I think with 25% infill, and very nice. So anyways, happy with the way it turned out. I may throw this eventually up as a customizer. If you think it's a good idea for me to do this as a customizer, let me know below. Not that big of a deal to throw the code out. I just don't know how many people are going to need something like this. Because the actual idea, I've got actually a situation where I have two pipes similar to this, and what I want to do is join them together like this so they support each other. So I'll put a bolt that passes through this to hold these together. Again, it's not a lot of strain that it has to hold. It's just the idea is I want them to be held parallel because they kind of move like this, and I want them to hold it. Probably went a little bit overkill on the thickness here, but again, I just kind of wanted to be secure and kind of see, because I've got a couple other ideas, and this is the first time utilizing the HIPS plastic. So anyways, let's see. So if you found this interesting, hey, give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. Any questions, comments, let me know below, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.